Good afternoon, guys and girls. You're probably sat there right now thinking, what the hell is this power level system? What's going on with this? How do I find myself a mission? And what the hell is going on in Inquisitor Martyr right now? Well, don't worry. I'm Airsick Hydra, and I'm going to tell you exactly how the power rating system works. That's right, I said power rating system. Stay tuned. We'll get started after this small commercial break. So during that time, I hope you all liked and subscribed, because there will be loads of content. For those of you who don't know me already, I have been following the game since day one. I've got about 80 videos now on it, but this one is going to be about the new system, which basically governs game progression. Let's bring up our character by pressing the C button. You can also do this from the bridge. If we go to Inventory, this is the best place to view your power rating. So what we're going to do is we're going to crack open and have a look at a weapon. You'll see that little fist on the top right of the weapon stats is basically, that is a power rating sort of point per the item. All of those add up from all of these items and they go towards your total power rating for your character. Now what that number does is displayed just below. That number is basically used to determine how easy or difficult each mission in the game is going to be, because each mission, if we load up one here, is assigned a number. So the higher the number relative to yours, the harder it's going to be. If the number's lower than yours, it's going to be fairly easy. You'll notice certain ones will always be your own level. They're always a safe one to do. We'll talk more about the different types of assignment in a moment, but generally speaking, you want to go through this game trying to find the gear that gives you the most attack rating, because that's going to make your character more powerful. Obviously, there are other stats too, so once you have a choice of a few items at the same rating, yes, you can go out and try and optimize gear, but for the main point, you want to prioritize attack rating. Okay, so the next piece of the puzzle is now figuring out how to get access to better gear. Now, obviously, when you jump in the game, you'll be able to find gear that is better than what you already have. But in order to find better gear, to craft better gear, and to sort of progress into the game and get further, you need to progress your Inquisitor rank. This has replaced the old character level. It's nothing to do with character level anymore. This is your Inquisitor rank. What you do is by completing key features within the game, which include story missions, which include turret missions. I'll show you what they are in a moment. And there's one other thing which I also... premium missions, which also count towards this. Let me show you an example. If we go over to a story mission on the right, we have a placeholder here to access this. Turret missions you access down here. You do that by spending about 100 of this fate. That's a premium mission which you can basically customize to get extra good loot, but I don't have enough to afford that, so I'll do a placeholder story mission. Let's load this up. You'll see I get 100 rank points for doing this. Those rank points... oh, it's a snow map. Those rank points are going to contribute towards my Inquisitor rank. You can see I'm rank 5, so now I have access to the 5th loot table for the Inquisitors. Okay, so my character has access to a better loot table because they progressed up. So you really, if you're strong enough, want to progress through story stuff as quick as you can to try and get the better loot tables, to get the better items, etc. But do take note that turret missions and story missions do get quite hard. So you may need to do some normal content just to level up your character, just to do some other things, to get some skill points, get some better gear. That's going to then give you the overall attack rating, which is going to make the turret mission maybe a little bit easier. Turret missions are generally based on your own attack rating, but having better items, more stats and more skill points is always useful. And you get skill points by doing regular missions. Okay, regular missions like these will give you normal experience. If we just load one up here, this will give you regular character experience, which contributes to your account level. So if we go over here, account level 2, this means I have 2 skill points. You'll notice the experience you get from these, well, depends on the difficulty of the mission. The more difficult the mission, the more you get. So if you want to get skill points, you have to do that from normal content. So if you want a character to get better, you've got basically 2 systems at play here. You've got your account level from normal missions, which gives you skill points and makes your character slightly stronger. And you've got your Inquisitorial Rank, which will allow you to progress further into the game to unlock better content. But really, you're going to need to balance the two here. One allows you to get further, one allows you to get better. Two different things, and you may need to balance the two. So with that in mind, looking at normal missions, it's also worth taking into account that it's not always pointless doing this. If you want to progress further but you don't have enough story missions you have access to and you don't have enough fate, doing normal missions will give you reputation, which will go towards unlocking more fate points at certain bonuses. If we go back out of this sector a little bit, we can have a little look at that now. So here we are looking at the overall sector. Clicking on the first one, you'll see when I hit the third or second milestone rather within this in terms of reputation, I get a bonus 50 fate. And I also get certain blueprints and other such things. I can let you sort of research this all on your own. And that'll give you some extra fate. You will also have certain missions on the right hand side. I've completed mine today as a good Inquisitor. That will also give you more fate, allowing you to do more turret missions. And again, the turret missions will allow you to progress further. Hopefully this is all making a bit of sense. So even if you're doing this and you're kind of feeling like, oh, I'm not progressing while doing it. Well, you kind of are, because you'll get stuff that will give you more premium missions eventually. Last feature worth mentioning, glory is something you'll get from doing normal missions, so the ones that will also progress normal XP to your account level. These missions basically will give you a certain amount of glory based on their difficulty, and you will unlock more fate each week. This resets every single week and gives you a prize on a Wednesday, 150 fate and some nice items as you progress through. So as a TLDR, guys, okay? As a TLDR, because I've thrown a lot at you right now and it's a lot to take in. We've got some items. They've got a power rating. You want the highest rating you can find. So look at all the equipment you've got. Find the best rating you can. Okay. Do as many missions as you want to get some better gear. Do regular missions if you need within the sectors to get better gear. The moment you feel capable and confident enough, though, you want to start spending the fate you've accumulated on the turret missions in that card down in the bottom when you've gone in the right sector to do so. That is going to allow you to progress your rank, which will unlock the ability to start finding better items. But note, you don't want to go into a turret mission if you're not ready, because if you screw it up, that's 100 fate wasted. Okay, you don't want to do them if they're going to be too difficult for you. It's worth partying up as well because it really helps. But if you do want to progress a little bit more slower and perhaps or a little bit more slowly, but a little bit more easily, you could just do some story missions to level up. But remember, if you want to get more skill points, you're going to have to just spam regular content. Really, it doesn't matter what you do. However, if you find yourself with optimal gear and loads of fate, then you've probably not balanced it properly. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what you do, just equip better stuff, because the two systems will work their way out eventually. Once you've accumulated enough fate, if you feel like your character's confident enough, start pushing into doing some more turret missions. Remember, everyone in your party has to spend 100 fate to do it, or 90 depending on what type of fate mission you're doing. But guys, that is an outline of the new system. I know it took me 11 minutes to explain it. I wanted to do a really thorough job. I will do an overview of this milestone, but I needed to get this out there so you know what the hell's going on and it makes a little bit of sense. Guys, have a great time in the patch. I will see you in the next video coming at you Saturday. There'll be another one on Sunday. I've got so many damn videos to do. There's so much to talk about. Anyway, guys, have a great weekend purging. See you around.